What's up, guys? More Medic 1 here, and today we're working on a Stihl 4 mix. I just got it covered up here because I went to lunch, but I've done several videos about the bad camshafts, and let me show you the difference in the worn one and a new one. You're gonna be like, holy moly. Here is the new cam wheel, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the cam axle down in there, and then I'm going to take the old one and I'm going to just stick it right down on there so we'll see that they're lined up, and I want to show you the difference in the cam profile. Now I'm going to take and spin this thing around. You can see where it started to melt right as the rocker arms start making contact. And when we rotate this thing around, you can physically see how much of the camshaft is worn away. What causes this is beyond me, because it's just a combination of probably incorrect fuel mix, incorrect just about anything. Heat is probably the most common cause of this, but right here, I mean, it's thousandths of an inch, but if you're not lifting a valve open as far as it should, plus the top of the camshaft has got a more of a mountain or a hill, and the profile of the cam is just worn away on the old one. Was the engine running? Absolutely, it was running, but it lacked power and it lacked RPMs. I'm going to show you guys how to correctly install and time this engine. So what you want to do, you want to get this engine exactly top dead center, and Stihl has made it super easy for you. Right here is an arrow, and you want it pointed at that lowest screw on the ignition coil. So let's go ahead and rotate this flywheel and get that arrow pointed directly at that bottom screw. See if I can do it without too much movement. You want it right there, and that is top dead center. First thing we need to do, we need to get us just a little piece of Scotch-Brite, and we just need to clean all the old silicone off of the back of the engine here, and just use common sense. I mean, this stuff is very, very tacky and has a dye in it, kind of, to make it orange. And if the metal is, it's been stained from this stuff, it's you're not gonna get it all completely off of there. But just use your finger, go around and make sure all of the silicone is off the best you can on the engine as well as the cam cover. Now you've got a couple of timing marks. You have this timing mark. These two really don't do anything, but you have these two arrows on each side that need to be completely horizontal whenever you install this. Now you're going to install this with the cam lobe down, and this blue mark is going to line up perfectly with the upper rocker arm shaft boss here. Go ahead and liberally coat your camshaft with assembly lube. Put some on the lobe. Just get some everywhere. Coat the whole darn thing if you want to. It's not gonna hurt it. All right, double checking that our engine is at top dead center, we're going to install the cam. And then we're going to install the pin. And then we're just going to check and make sure everything is lined up. You remember the two arrows that were on the cam here, if I can get a pointer for you, right here. These two arrows need to line up with this witness mark on the inside of the crankcase. Same on the other side. You want that arrow lined up with the witness mark right there. Okay, so at this point we're going to install the rocker arms, and I'm trying not to get my big old huge fingers in the way of the install, but just kind of spread your rocker arms apart by hand. Use your finger and then install the pin in the upper portion. Slide it in. Should look just about like that right there. Now we're going to install our push rods down through the push rod tube, and if you'll notice right here where my finger is, you're going to want that push rod to sit right in the pocket on both sides. Just like that. This one's a little bit hard to see, but it's in there. Yep, got both push rods installed. Go ahead and install your push rods into the rocker arms. Now, when we put this back together, I recommend using Stihl Durco. Either the orange or the gray works just fine. You just want to put just a small bead of this Durco all the way around. We've got our cam cover, we've got our little bit of Durco. Now we're just going to set this in place on both. The cam pins are going to basically be your guides to get this to seat properly. So just kind of get both of those cam pins in there. And take you a flat screwdriver and just give it a tap. Now, don't do anything else for about 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, I can hear those keyboard cowboys hollering right now. I kind of jumped the gun with you guys about adjusting the valves. And yeah, you better put this cam cover on here first and get everything, torqued down to specs, and let this stuff, let the sealant cure before we adjust the valves. You know why? Because you could have some play in that camshaft without this back cover. And I should have mentioned that earlier, but let's go ahead and adjust the valves. So go ahead and get your valve adjusting kit. There's the part number right there, 4180-007-1005. It comes with the tools that you need. It also comes, excuse me, didn't mean to bump the camera there. It comes with the new gasket and the new copper ring that you need to go around the screw for the valve cover. So what you're going to do, you just want to rest this in here, and we are going to get just slight drag on each of the intake and exhaust valves. You should be able to do both of them at one time. Alrighty guys, we got that little Ford mix going one more time. Hey, if this camshaft video helped you out, please give me a thumbs up and smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. And while you're there subscribing, please hit the bell so you'll get all my informative videos. Y'all have a good rest of your day. More Medic One.